Hi everyone, this short video goes with your AP Mastery number 8. I've asked you to read the entire section, 10 pages of mechanics, but this is on one particular aspect of mechanics, and I just want to make really clear for you guys. It's often one of the most reported irritations by other professors when students don't get this right, and actually I recently heard the same thing from one of my doctoral professors. That they were irked that doctoral students still can't know the difference either. So let's go ahead and just learn this your first year or whatever year you're at, and then you'll be really impressive to others. So this actually, the concept that I'm going to talk about comes from the mechanics section. Actually, let me find the page. It's page 83 in section 23, abbreviations, numbers, and italics. And this is actually under the section titled Inappropriate Abbreviations. Like I said, I've asked you to read this whole section, but right now I'm just going to talk about 2 Latin abbreviations that are pretty prevalent in AP writing, and that is the EG and the IE. Now, the book explains this to you. The EG basically means for example, or I often think of example given. That helps me think of the EG. That's basically what that means. Now, the IE means essentially it is or the same as. That's how you can think of, I'm sorry, there should be that is same sentiment there. I'm not sure why that is so tiny. Okay, that works better. Wow, I have no clue how this got so weird. That's funny. All right, let's just do 14. Okay, there, now we're all on the same page. So we've got the EG and the IE. Now these are very different and they cannot be used in the same way. And I'm going to demonstrate that for you a little bit. So let's say I'm cooking or I'm hungry. I love to eat desserts before dinner. But I want to give a couple examples of desserts so that people know what I mean when I say dessert. So I'm going to say example given, so that gives my reader some examples of what I mean when I say desserts. It could be that some people eat steak for dessert, or I've heard in my family sometimes mashed potatoes are desserts. But this makes it really clear what I'm talking about when I say desserts. But it still lets my reader know that there could be more desserts. These are just 3 examples. That's what that EG says. Now, if I wanted to write a similar sentence about desserts, but I wanted to try to use that IE, meaning the same as or that is, I might write something like, my brother does not want to share his treat with anyone. So there I'm talking about desserts again, but I'm talking about a specific treat. So I want to let my reader know what I mean exactly. So I'm going to say that is a chocolate-covered banana. My brother does not want to share his treat. That is a chocolate-covered banana with anyone. So that gives you 2 examples of sort of casual sentences that you might use the EG example given, or the IE that is. Now, here's 2 more academic sentences that you might use the EG or IE in, just so you can see how that's done. We could say something like, many scholars cite multiple sources of support in first year college writing classrooms, e.g. peer review, peer mentorship, and live reading. So there, what I'm letting my reader know is that there's a lot of support that students can get in these classes. And with the EG, I'm indicating that some of these examples given are peer review, peer mentorship, and live grading. Now, one thing I want to point out before I demonstrate an IE use in a more scholarly paper is, or more scholarly sentence, is note that there is a period separating the I and the E, or the E and the G, followed by a comma. That is the way you need to set it up if you choose to use this. So you always need to have that comma. So let's look at one more example. If I wanted to write a similar sentence but use the IE instead of EG. So again, it's got to be that it's this one thing. So how about this? Students in first year writing classrooms at NSC noted that one-on-one conferences with instructors were most beneficial to their course experience. And here, I want to let them know that these conferences, when I say conferences, what I'm really talking about is live grading. So that differentiates between just a regular, like, let's check in on how your experience is in the courses, or let's check in on how you're doing in the course. It defines the type of conference that I need. It is the live grading conference that is most helpful. So there you go. There's the way that you use the EG and the IE. Don't get them mixed up. If you want to try using them in your third essay, that would be awesome. You're certainly not required to, but I'm happy to give you some feedback on that. Again, some low stakes feedback. And if you learn this now, you can really impress some of your professors. So good luck.